Hello everybody, I am so excited because today I am unboxing my, I gotta make sure I cover my unit and address. I am unboxing my proof copy of my new poetry book. I'm so excited. This one's going to be hardcover. I will have a paperback available, but this is just the hardcover proof, so we're going to get through it. I'm so excited. Yay. Okay. This is going to take like a couple seconds, so bear with me. I might speed this up or something. I don't know. Come on. Gonna get all the little flakes all over my couch. Gaming. I am so efficient. You'd think I'd be better at this, being an engineer. Come on. Okay. Tearing whole box apart for this. I'm like rabbits. I am a monster. I almost got it in time. Wow. That is quite the book. Holy moly. Wow. Look at it. It's a hardcover. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's a little scuffed. You can see there's like some scuffy marks kind of over it. I guess that's just some packaging. Hopefully it'll be cleaner. I think the one on the bottom is a little cleaner, but wow. So this is the book. It's called Cracking Open the Nutcase. It's a collection of poetry, but essentially it's going to be this kind of weird meta sort of element where I, as the poet, am sort of being suspected for a crime of passion, and there's a victim in this crime, and by the end, after you read through all of the collection of poetry that I've written, supposedly, like, you figure out what the crime was, and you can ascertain whether or not you think I am, in some capacity, guilty, as well as being able to separate reality from fiction, because in many ways, the stories are either more heavily metaphorical, they tell like little stories within stories, little fables, or they're going to be more direct. So you kind of have the challenge of ascertaining what you think really transpired. And it is based off of something that happened in my own life, and just kind of like the arc of that story and how I feel now as kind of this retrospective angle. But yeah, I did all the art again. I think it's adorable. I have my magnifying glass. I think when it's released, I'm gonna do like some kind of Sherlock Holmesy kind of thing to promote it. I don't know. I just like cosplay. I haven't worn that one in like 10 years. So yeah, I'll read you the back. Cracking Open the Nutcase. I'll read you the back. Poet Haley M. is the main suspect in a crime of passion. Don the cap and magnifying glass of a detective and read through this poetic investigation into mental illness, romance, fanaticism, spurned love, grief, and more. Can you separate reality from fiction? Is she guilty or innocent? I'm actually lucky that the band did not cover up any text, so I was able to read that pretty well. But yeah, it is glorious. I have to go through all of this and see what kind of edits I have to make, but wow, I picked cream paper for this one this time around. It feels thick, like it feels actually quite hefty with regards to paper. I wanted it to look more like a legit book this time, and it's bigger. It's much bigger than my previous book. But isn't that cute? Look, I look suspect, and I did like little pages, and there's a bunch of different text styles, different fonts. So yeah, this is the like detective of the case, and I'm the suspect. And then there's case files, which is the list of all the poems. I actually have quite a bit of poems in this one too. It's 137 pages, I believe, so it's quite hefty. And yeah, every section is divided into like basically like little profiles, like things that a detective would do, parts of the investigation. But yeah, it is, it's gorgeous. It looks really good. The art has come out pretty well. I think there shouldn't be any issues with it. It's absolutely stunning. This is incredible. The pages are quite bigger. I formatted it for paperback as 5x8, so it's a little smaller, a little more contained. But this is 5.5 by 8.5, so I have a little bit more space to play with. It's the same number of pages, so this one is just like spaced out a little better. So yeah, this one will be available alongside the paperback. I do suspect this one will be more expensive, unfortunately, because, you know, this element kind of makes it more expensive to print, but it is glorious and I absolutely love it. The art, the bridge, it's so beautiful. I wasn't sure how the cream would look, but the cream is amazing. I think everything looks, wow. I think it's almost better formatted than the other one. Just the way that it's cut is so beautiful. I'm absolutely in love with it. Yeah, I think even though, because I've done this before. This is isn't my first rodeo this time around. So I was cognizant of how the edges would format. I knew that if I formatted it too close, that it would be eaten by the spine. So I knew ahead of time to kind of shift it over a little bit. So everything is kind of moved over and more centered and just devolvement into lunacy. Yes. These are so fun. Oh, I also have a poem that's entirely in Morse code. It's this poem, but in Morse code. I might have to make that darker, but I did it myself with the alphabet. I did not put it through a translator. Did it myself, and I'm very proud of that. But yeah, wow, this is stunning. Wow. I do have to fix some stuff on the acknowledgement page. I have to fix that little bit of art, just some formatting stuff, but it smells good. I love smelling books, but it's glorious. I absolutely adore it. It's fantastic. I will say, in many ways, I think I've improved considerably just as a poet and as a writer since my prior book, and this one is of greater substance. It's more pages and there's just more poems in it. It's considerable. I did put multiple poems on, you know, one side of a page and then a poem on another side. There's less art in it, but I think hopefully the amount of poetry makes up for that. This is just as raw, just as emotional, just as open and honest as my prior work was. So I really hope that you give it a chance. I'm so proud of this work. I really think the story and the arc and how it kind of all comes together to tell this narrative of something that was so important to me, something that happened in my life that it was such an impetus to keep writing. I do hope you give it a shot. Whether you get the hardcover or the paperback, it would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for your support of my last book as well as this one. I'm continuing to grow as a writer and learn. I hope to see you again soon with my next work. I'm planning on maybe doing something a little different, maybe not poetry. We'll see where it goes. There may be dragons, so but yeah, I love poetry and I love writing, and this is what I think I was always meant to do. So thank you so much for letting me live out my dream. Really appreciate it. And I will see you for the release. I'll let you know, and I will be in cosplay perhaps. So yeah, thank you.